Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and let's get into the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Thailand. Episode 4, let's go. The first activity is going to be Portia's activity, and I think Giselle is going to have a New Orleans dance later on. And Giselle and dance just doesn't go together, but we're going to see how that goes. They've checked in on Leah, and Leah is happy to be here. So I'm really happy about that. And a little bit feels like this is a soap opera without the script. I agree a little bit. So Heather has gotten up, got to breakfast, and she's still talking about her and Whitney's situation. But she said what is the problem is Whitney was trying to play with the big dogs. Heather feels like Whitney is trying to, be a housewife on Giselle and Portia's level. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like that. So because the weather is bad, Portia's activity has been diminished down to massages and games. This should be very interesting. I can't wait. So Whitney is here talking to Lisa Barlow, y'all. Lisa has made it to the girls' trip. But what I did not know is that Heather had recommended Whitney for the show. So Whitney felt loyalty to Heather. So she said that's why she was kind of going against Lisa, going against the girls. And when she said something to Heather, this set her off because she feels like Heather is a hypocrite because she wrote a book about getting out of the Mormon church, but she's still Mormon. First of all, Portia's confessional look is fantastic. And I will say it again, I'm so glad Portia is on my TV. But Portia was sitting here dropping little gems to Heather, right? She was like, look, y'all are family. Y'all gonna get over this. Like, it's gonna be okay. Y'all are blood. It doesn't matter. So, she was like, so where are you with your name coming off the roll? So Heather was like, I'm not. Portia's like, you're not a bad Mormon. You should have wrote a book about being a bad liar. Heather, you got to get it together, girl. I really do not like that Whitney and Heather has brought all of this Mormon stuff out here to Thailand because literally this is their storyline. I really want to see them having a good time. Talk about some stuff, but not every episode. We got to let this go. Child, when they sit here getting these massages, the oohs and the ahs, Candace said, oh, we're in a bathhouse. Oh, we're in a brothel. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I get it. Because I get it. I get it. Child, so we all know that Giselle has no rhythm, right? And you need rhythm in different points in your life. But now they're here doing this massage. Now we all know what we sound like. It is equivalent to other sounds that we make during other activities. The fact that Giselle said cha-cha-cha further lets me know why Jamal like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Let's keep going. Child, Giselle and Heather are sitting here trying to call Jen Shaw, right? Heather says she hasn't talked to her spoken to her since she pled guilty. They've just been texting. And then Giselle recollects that she has called her a criminal. Jen says she's done with Bravo. She's not fooling with y'all. Why are y'all calling that woman? She needs to be spending time with her family at this particular moment. So when Potomac was on, Lil Bit was donning Christian Dior. So now on the girls' trip, she's donning Versace. Okay, Lil Bit, I see you. So Portia's thing is not an actual barbecue like what we arrived to. You're going to have to cook your own food. And the girls are not really here for that. But it's an experience. Let's get into it. Oh, shoot. Lil Bit has started making her triangular napkins. And she said, Portia, I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind. And water is already in her eyes. Let's go. Oh, child, she's sitting here talking about the physical situation that went on with her and Monique, Lil Bit and Monique. Because, Portia was on Monique's side. So Candace feels away. And if she don't put down this bounty napkin, it's about to drive me crazy. Child, she said it was hurtful because Portia had gone on chat room on Bravo and said, and said Candace was suing Monique for the down payment for her house. And Lil Bit is like, you ain't even know me. How you gonna say something like that about me? Girl. Child, so Giselle defended Lil Bit when Portia said what she said on chat room, right? And Little bit is like, it's not the same. Giselle was like, I defended you. I went back. I went to bat for you. I went against Portia, and me and Portia are like two peas in a pod. I was on your side. Little bit is not hearing it. Let's keep going. So Giselle is like, I defended you everywhere, in the grocery store, in the gas station, but Candace is like, okay, you defended me, but I never got a chance to defend myself. So Giselle is like, you know what? I'm out of it. I'm done. I tried, and I went against Portia, and I never do that. We're like two peas in a pod. Let's keep going. Alexia is like, I don't even know why y'all this upset. Like, Chatroom was a fluff opinion show. And Portia Giselle is like, should we say thank you? Are you trying to say thank you or F you? It might have been a little bit of both. So they're playing this game, right? So they've grouped the girls together from their cities. And, of course, Portia and Leah doesn't have a city. So Portia was like, we're going to put our names together. And we're going to call ourselves Poor Leah. Like, Portia, don't do Leah like that. Okay, the game is cute. They're like in little elephant blow-up suits. It's cute. I like it. So Portia's last game is like truth or dare. But if you decide not to answer the question, you have to eat a scorpion. So Leah's question was, who from Roni should not return to the legacy episode? Leah didn't want to answer the question, so she ate the scorpion. All you had to do was say Ramona. That's it. But then she a little bit was in confessionals, and she was like, I don't do casting, I don't do firing, I don't do this, I don't do negative. Then a little bit said, well, I do. And who should go? Giselle. Oh my God. So Portia asked Whitney what are 3 lies that Heather has said on camera. Whitney decides to eat the scorpion because she said doing this will show Heather that she's still in it. Girl, 3 lies. Let's go. I'm ready. So she asks Heather, who gave her the black eye. Heather eats the scorpion. Y'all, I'm going to tell you, that would be it. I would tell everything. Child, Giselle is hosting a Mardi Gras dance. How in the world does that work? Giselle went all the way out. She has the ladies drinking hurricanes as they walk into their dinner. That is definitely on topic for Mardi Gras in New Orleans. So Giselle is explaining New Orleans, Mardi Gras, her family. She's explaining it all to the ladies. And it started raining, but they have umbrellas. Child, they doing a second line, and Giselle is teaching them a second line. She talking about we got to be able to improvise. I know. Can you believe Giselle is leading the dance? Y'all, they about to play Reasonably Shady. Okay, we're going to see how this goes. Y'all, this Reasonably Shady game is throwing so much shade at so many people. They talked about Heather's book title. They talked about someone whose show had the least episodes. They talked about Leah. Like, Giselle put some thought into this. I'm with Marisol, Portia, and Candace. Like, we've been talking about the Mormon church for these many episodes. It's been 4 days for them. That's what I'm talking about. Don't bring this Mormon stuff over here to Thailand. Don't nobody care about that. Oh my goodness. So Whitney said that the masks are coming off. They're going to get to the bottom of Heather's lies. So that means we're not done with the Mormon church on this girls trip. But I am. But what I have for you before I go is a little tutorial from our little bit Candace. It's your girl Millie Chan. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
This is going to be a triangle tutorial. You work hard to put your makeup on. The last thing you need is to be somewhere, you get emotional, you're crying, you just, ramming a whole piece of tissue in your eye, and you mess up your face. The triangle was born out of necessity. So you're going to take a piece of tissue. It doesn't have to be like a perfect square. The goal is to get it into a sharp point. So we're folding it like a hot dog. Then we're going to fold it like a hamburger. And you're going to fold it over again like a hamburger. And then you're going to fold it again. So you're basically just making a square until it's about this size. You're going to take the corners, these corners, and you're going to fold them into each other. And this is what you use, this point here, and you just stick it ever so gently into the duct, and you catch that tea before that whole falls out.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan, and I realized that I have not discussed 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let's go. this is not going to be in any certain order, right? Because I'm watching it and all that. So, number one, I am over Joe and Teresa's situation. Like, their brother and sister, their parents have passed on. You need to keep Margaret out of your situation, and y'all just need to talk, right? Because you thinking Melissa is the reason that you're not close to your brother is crazy. What if Melissa is not there? Then who are you going to blame it on? Call your brother, Teresa. Y'all just have a conversation. Y'all just need to talk. I don't know why Jackie has it out for Danielle. Danielle is this lady right here on the end. Like, Jackie was a cast member last season. She is now a friend of the show. So I feel like she's trying to get her spot back. But she's trying to get it back on the back of this girl. And you need to leave this girl alone. Like, you in her business trying to figure out why she's not talking to her brother. You need to be in the business calling Bravo trying to figure out why you got demoted. When it comes to Frank Catania, Frank is in love with Dolores, and I've told y'all before, I don't know what she does to these men, but salute to you, D. Because let me tell you something. Frank has brought his girlfriend on this trip, and he is devastated that she is not staying at the shore house with them. And he has somehow convinced his girlfriend to be devastated too, because Dolores is not staying at the house with them. Dolores has a new man, Paulie. Paulie is not going for that. And Frank cannot handle the fact that he does not fit into Dolores' life like he once did, even when she was dating David. Child, it's a new day. Jennifer is kicking it with the guys, right? And I don't think anything's wrong with that. She's smoking cigars, she's taking shots. Like, that's where her peace is. Because whenever she gets in the middle of these women, it's unpeaceful for her. I don't have no problem with that. Girl, she's a guy's girl. I like it. So Rachel said she was having a conversation with Margaret. She wanted to be transparent with Margaret. And she told Margaret that Teresa told her that it's better to have Margaret for a friend than an enemy. And then Teresa's like, are you trying to cause a problem between me and Margaret? Rachel, you're new here, honey. Like, you need to tread lightly. You need to just read the room. Because this and Margaret and Jennifer, that ain't what you want. That's not what you want. So Frank is over here talking to Dolores. Like, you need to push Paulie. Paulie needs to know that we need to all be together. Dolores like, no, I'm not pushing Paulie. Frank, you need to work on your situation with your current girlfriend because this girl, she got a man now. She got a real man. So Teresa lets it in on what's really going on with Melissa and her family. So when Teresa got on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Melissa wasn't on it yet, right? So Teresa feels like they were jealous. So when they were going through all their stuff, Melissa's mom and sisters were going back and forth on Twitter about Teresa. So fast forward to now, Teresa's getting ready to get married. She's like, no, I'm not inviting her family because we got a problem. Melissa is enough coming, and I'm not too sure about her. So Louis is like, you know what? I had a conversation with Donna. I apologized. Any other time, Teresa would have lost it. But she did say, I wish he had spoken to me because, see, now Teresa looks like the bad person. And Louis is the good guy that's trying to mend everybody together. But Teresa don't have nothing to say. And then Teresa tells Louis, if you feel like that, you should invite her. Out of nowhere. Because out of nowhere, she invited Margaret's mother before she invited her sister-in-law's mother. Child, it's going crazy. Why is Jackie trying to talk to Jennifer about talking to Margaret about getting them back on track? Jennifer is 3 sheets to the wind. She will lay Margaret to rest. I think, Jackie, what you should do is spend more time with Bravo trying to figure out how you can become a cast member again and not a friend of, ma'am. Now, Jackie is over here talking about Danielle, right? Danielle really is not that girl to play with. Like, she's coming up, like, we're learning about her, but slowly and surely, like, Danielle is kind of like a Teresa, right? So Jackie is talking about Danielle, about her brother's situation, like she doesn't buy it, it's something else to it. Jackie, why does it matter to you? This is this girl business. Girl, talk to Bravo. Melissa has gone to Danielle and told her why she is hearing her name, right? Because the girls feel like she's hiding something. This is her business. This is not your business. I mean, she has more things that she could talk about other than her not talking to her brother. And then she got up and she left. And she gathered Teresa and everybody she ran with, and they got out of there. And I don't blame her. I'm going on to episode 8. Be right back. So now on this episode, we're on the day after the luau night, right? So they're talking at breakfast, and Teresa's about to just put it all out there, how all this happened between her and Joe. So it was a business deal. So Louis had a business deal idea. He took it to Joey. He put most of the money in. Joe put some money in. So when they got a little return, he was like, well, Teresa, how much should I give your brother? I don't know. He said maybe 5%. Joe lost his mind because he wanted 50. Teresa was like, well, if you wanted 50, you should have put in 50. He was like, I'm not doing that. So eventually, Louis just had to let the whole thing go. And that's where it started. You can't get in business with family, child. Not all the time. So now Joe said that it was a pizza business. And he wanted to do it to honor his father. And he wanted Louis to go in with it. They was going to call it No-No's. No-No's Pizza. Because that's what the kids call their grandfather. So the way Joe is saying it is that it was going to be 50-50. So once everything started coming up and getting ready, Teresa had ordered some boxes and had a photo shoot with her daughters, and they were calling it Skinny Pizza. That's what really happened. I believe Joe over Teresa in this situation. So this is a horrible situation where family is not working out right in business. Then Teresa was like, did you put the money up? Joe was like, I have $200,000 to put up. And Melissa says she's selfish because she doesn't want them to really have anything to do with it. She wants it to be her and Louis. Because, Louis is her life right now. Child, I'm ready for this to be over. Joe has a point. He said, Teresa said, that's why you can't do business with family. Joe said, you can do business with anyone as long as you go in it with a good heart and you're not looking to cheat anyone. That I agree with. Let's move on from this. Danielle is talking to Margaret because Danielle is like, we need to get this going because it'll snowball into something else. Let's get it. Rachel got all this stuff started. Let me tell you something. All this energy that Danielle is giving to Margaret, I love it. Because it's like she's doing everything she can do to hold the curse words back and these hands. I love Danielle. So now Rachel sat here and has thrown Danielle under the bus. And after Danielle ends the conversation and then Margaret finally ends the conversation, she wants to ask Danielle if they're good. Danielle's not even looking at Rachel. She was like, you're not looking at me. Girl, I can't with you right now. Walk away. Somehow Frank has gotten everyone on this trip on his side to feel sorry for him, that Dolores is not staying at the house with them, and that she is like in love with her current boyfriend. Frank, get over it, sir. I know Teresa is tired of them talking about this guest list because Jackie, who is a friend to the show, is saying that Melissa was crying the morning that they got up, and Teresa is over it, and I'm over it. And Teresa was like, if she got a problem with my guest list, tell her to holler at me. Like, are we still going through this? Now, Louis is over there talking to Melissa because he just wants the peace. That's all he wants. Why do they want so bad to know why Danielle is not talking to her brother? Like, they feel like something else is there. And it could be, but it's not their business. Like, this can't be your storyline, ma'am. Go find you a storyline. Teresa done had to tell Jackie to shut you know what up. Because it's about time. Why would Louis wear No-No's pajamas, Teresa's dad pajamas at night to make her daughters feel safe? Why would he wear the man's pajamas? Like, why would he do that? So Teresa's saying that if Joe had called her and said invite Melissa's mother, she would have done it. But then she said she wasn't going to do it because they had problems in the past, in the beginning. So if he had a call, even though you had problems, you still would have done it, even though Louis said he's going to invite her and you don't want to look bad in front of Louis. I think that's it. Teresa, you're lying. So Teresa wanted Melissa to shut Margaret up when Margaret was bringing up the stuff about Louis. So Teresa wants people to say what she wants them to say. It doesn't work like that, ma'am. That's the problem. But Teresa never stuck up for her brother when Jennifer called him a B-boy. That was messed up. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.